What's up, fellas? Welcome to my first rendition of the level swap series. As most of you may know, based on Wolsey's prior videos, me and my partner will be switching a level every 20 minutes for 7 turns until we have a fully fleshed out part on 2 different levels. Without further ado, let's get into the clips. Okay, I'm gonna choose my song real quick, and then I'll start a timer, and then we can do that. So before we started, we wanted to choose a song. I ended up choosing Fantasy by Tomboy, and he ended up choosing a Fentanyl song. I forget the name, I'll put it on screen. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. So I may or may not have been very locked in while building this. So there is not much commentary really throughout much of this video, so this is going to be a lot of voicing over. This song is very repetitive. I can play a little bit for you. So as you can tell, that was just calling for some nice repetitive gameplay. So that's what I did. Starting with UFO, going to a ball, then a ship, then a spider, so on, so on, so on. It did flow quite well. I struggled with the time constraint, but I mean, that is the entire challenge of a level swap. But this was quite fun to make, and the gameplay is quite fun, in my opinion. The duel, though, was not a very bright idea. I spent maybe half the time trying to figure out how to do that, but I did end up doing it well. And it did end up doing pretty gosh dang well. And you'll see B8X's gameplay. It was absolutely spectacular. It's just exactly what he makes. Anyways, these are the full layouts from round 1. Okay. Are you ready?
No.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. First of all, colors. Background. Flat. Ground. Ground. Black. Okay. Ooh, I know what to do. Okay, background is going to be black, but it's going to flash this bright color. Okay, color loop. It's going to be color 3. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be a bright blue. Very bright blue. Like, or do I do pink? Low key, I might do pink. What if I'm a bit obsessed with this freaking pink color, so I think I'm actually gonna do that. Pink that, and then it flashes from that to that. That spacing, create loop. Okay. And then background, back to black. Yes, this looks fire. Okay. And that's about the last time in this turn that I'm not super duper locked. So I made that awesome background effect, basically splattered it all across the first little section. Honestly, that was most what I did for the turn, except I made a beautiful block design I will show on screen right here. It is so good. Like, I was so and I made some particles, as you can see here. They were just so awful to use. I mean, they just kept getting messed up and messed up. Like, I could not have a certain speed if it was black, but as soon as I turned it white, it was okay. I mean, it was so annoying. I just turned it to the pink color and then had it slower and smaller, basically. You'll see it. I think it honestly ends up getting deleted because it was so bad. But yeah, that was all I did for this turn. It turned out pretty gosh dang awesome sauce. And here is the turn. So, while editing this, I may or may not have realized that some of B8X's turns have been lost to history. So, you're just gonna have to deal with the actual clips of me watching his turns first. So, have fun with that. Okay, let's see this.
8, 5.
Oh no, that beginning effect is fire. That's actually literally what I was gonna do. That's what I was gonna do before I ran out of time building the layout. That's awesome. Good. That's cool. And the top.
Bro, this box design's like good.
I know. I was originally just gonna have it be simple, and then I like accidentally shifted it by like a half space over, and I was like, wait, that's so sick. And then I was gonna have like, I don't know, it just like accidentally fell into place, and I was so happy with it. And by now, I'm yet again in full lock-in mode. And when I say full lock-in mode, if you saw a clip, I literally don't say anything for a good 15 minutes. After I do the zoom trigger stuff, it is crazy. But in this turn, he made a really good opening thing, which was like the only idea that I had in my head. But I had just gotten the drawing mod. I'll put the mod up on the screen. And I wanted to see maybe if I can make like a cool sketch looking effect. And I spent a lot of time trying to look for some colors, but I thought that this like bright blending yellow looked pretty nice. So I made an alpha trigger effect with it, and it turned out pretty nice. I'm happy with what I did, even though I did not do much. I did basically 2 things, but this did lead the way for basically the entire style of this level. But yeah, this is the full layout of, well, my turn, because I don't know where his went. My turn for this level. Guys, I think I learned my lesson, because I mean, gosh, like I literally don't speak until 10 minutes. 10 out of the 20 minutes I sit in complete silence, and after the 10 minutes I say, do I actually like this? Do I? I don't know. I think I do. And I say that like 3 times, and then I go back to silence. Just peak commentary. But that's besides the point. Anyways, in this part, I alter his foreground. Instead of being black in the background, I make it like a little lower and in the foreground. And I wanted to add some variety to it, but I didn't have time for that, because I end up remaking his boxes to look a little better. Here, I'll show you the new box. It looks a little better. Not that his old one was bad, but it was a little clunky. And I really like the spinning thing in the middle. That was really cool. So I kept that, and I kind of made like a boundary instead. And as well as that, I also made a cool effect in the background. The background, what I did is I put a checkerboard, which I originally wanted black, but it looked super bad, so I changed it to the background color but darker, and that's when it looked really gosh diggity darn nice. It's just a normal checkerboard, but it's behind a I forget what it's called. It's behind a shader that makes it look very nice, and every time it shows up it looks like it's like wiggling in circles. But I did this in hurdles and I was so proud of it. It looked absolutely amazing. So I was like, yeah, here, I'll try and remake the effect. So I did that, and that was about it. And here, I'll show you the end of this round. So, when I gave him this, I thought this was good, but this man absolutely popped the frick off. Here, you'll see. Oh wait, I got it. You just accidentally added a 0 in between the 2 and the 3. Oh my gosh, those buildings are so good. Hold on, I need to replay that. Oh my gosh. Or mountains or buildings or whatever. That looks like... You know what? The background looks like industrial, like, decay. That's cool. This is sick. Oh my gosh, you did so well. You popped off. Holy crap. That turn for him single-handedly set the entire atmosphere for this level. Those rocks look, he said they were mountains, they look like industrial buildings. So we just rode with that. It was this beautiful, like, grayish green color that was spectacular. And he made stars in the background that just added to the atmosphere. I mean, it was the best round I think we had all time. This whole time. But what I did this round is I tried to continue the bright yellow, like dreamy type color scheme. I also made an end screen, and as well as that, I made some arrows with the new drawing mod. You can write like whatever font you want, and this is just the default font, and the V's looked really nice. So you can see me here drawing in the platforms for the ball section. And then you see me here building up the rocks and the industrial atmosphere. I love this. It is so good. B8X absolutely cooked. But that's really all I can say about this part. So here's the result. So now we're on turn 6, which is the second to last turn in my version, because I want you to end on your own level so you can do like your last ideas, right? So that's what we did. We're doing 7 turns. This is the 6th turn. And this level is basically done. The block designs are there. B8X cooked. He did a little breaking effect and then made the ending block design. So I end up copying that around, making it darker on the inside, you know, just some subtle structuring. I also make a end screen using the same technique that I used for the arrows in Tomfan. I just use the typing thing, and I type it out and make it look all glitchy to fit with the song. And that's about all I do. I really just copy the stuff into the block design and, you know, do some finishing touches to give him a chill little last part. So here's the finished product of turn 6. And finally, here we are at the last turn. So this turn, yet again, as the last one, was really just a finish level turn, you know? But this level actually had a lot of block design to fill in. I'm actually shocked that I filled it in. It was a lot of copy and pasting for the, you know, like the little backing part with like industrial rocks and stuff. Lots of drawing too. But other than that, that was really all I did. I just added more drawing, added more industrial rocky stuff, and I did it until it was fully finished. In the background you can see me just copy and pasting it and playing through it to make sure it's good. The duel is definitely the hardest part because I had no like known structures yet, but I had an idea with the saw blades and it ended up working out pretty well. But this is the last turn, so here are the fully finished 2 levels. And that is going to conclude the first episode of Level Swap. You know, I really hope you guys are enjoying the new edited content. Shout out to B8X, you know, for doing this with me. It was awesome. He's great creator as always. I'll link his YouTube in the description. If you are a creator open to doing this with me, feel free to leave a comment asking about it, and I may or may not do it with you. And if you would like and subscribe, that'd be awesome way to support me. And I'll see you later, fellas.